And now your hosts of In Your City Show, Kelly and Gordon.
Welcome to the January Mind, Body, and Spirit Show. Imagine planning the dream vacation you've always yearned for, carving out space for more rejuvenating rest in your weekly routine, or embracing a newfound sense of community by joining a fitness group or a gym. How about experimenting with nourishing, wholesome recipes that fuel your body and delight your taste buds? Extend your impact by lending a helping hand to a friend in need, and most importantly, live with joy of each day, accompanied by an abundance of laughter. I think we have a lot of that.
Yes, we do.
Maybe we're laughing at each other, I'm not sure. We have it all in each City Lifestyle magazine. It is about experiencing your city and all it has to offer to engage and always enjoy. So we got a great show coming up.
Yes, we
and so, you know, it's the new year.
Yes.
And I always do a word of the year so that I try to keep that with me, think about it, use it in good or bad situations. And then, of course, what was that word? Mine was joy last year. And then my new word, of course, for 2024 is imagine. I kind of feel like 2024 is a building year for me with the children's book and our show and our magazines. And I feel like we got a lot of new things happening that we're building. And so I like the word imagine. Joy got me through 2023 through the hardships.
Right.
So I could try to find joy in whatever was happening, even though things might be hard or difficult. And then this year, it's not always easy building. It's fun, but it's also scary. Because you're putting a lot into it, money, time, whatever it might be, and hoping that you'll be rewarded and be able to reward other people with what you're doing. So I kind of feel like imagine all that's possible can happen.
Thinking of the Willy Wonka song right now.
Oh, how's that go? You can sing it.
I can't sing it.
Yes, you can. Go on.
World of imagination.
That was really good. I could never do that. Like, you can't even imagine what would have came out if I would have tried to sing that. I mean, so horrible that the speaker would have broken here or something like that. That was good.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you liked it.
So, what is your word for it? What was last year? Like, what was your word you tried to incorporate in your life, and what's this year's?
Faith was last year.
That's every year for you.
Well, I'm strong in faith.
Last year you were really trying to dive deeper?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, last year's just deeper, more in the Word. And love. Love. I mean, it's the greatest commandment that God gives us is to love God with all our heart, mind, and soul. And then the second... I
thought it meant to love me more.
Well, that's the second. The second commandment is to love others.
God's first.
To love others, absolutely. Okay. So love is so important. You know, with... what's the song? Love is all you need.
That was my word 4 years ago.
Yeah.
We actually, you know this, but we actually have the word love in every single room in the house in some sort of fashion.
Yes, we do.
Every word. Now, do we have to remind ourselves, or what is it?
No. I think it's good to have subliminal things in the house that encourage you and remind you and kind of just set your day.
And I wonder why January is such a, it's like the year changes and all of a sudden we think, oh, everything's going to change. We're doing all these things and the world's going to be different. It's like you feel like you can erase, since we have a whole new year, we can just erase what happened last year and start fresh again. It's some kind of another subliminal
And we shouldn't have to wait till January. You wake up and say, you know what, today's the day I start.
Don't you wait till Monday to start a new diet plan?
Yeah. It's kind of like 75 hard. It's like, I got to start over.
Starting every day. But Monday always seems to be the day we pick to want to start to do things. We can't just start on Thursday, but we'll wait till Monday.
Yeah.
Maybe the weekend in the middle, we don't want to miss out.
I guess. Or you feel like, I can't do now. It was kind of like me trying to start the 75 hard. It's like I had to plan it out because I'm like going, well, I can't do it through the holidays because that's just too hard, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Let me just mention that Gordon, so you know how most of you have heard of 75 hard? Gordon should change his app to say Gordon's 75 hard.
Edited by Gordon Montgomery.
He sort of tweaks it a little bit. He feels like if he's given it his potential, his maximum ability.
I use it as my reference point.
There we go. It's Gordon's 75 hard reference. Go to his edit. So you'd actually like his better. And it makes more sense. I'm like, because his whole point was that he would get this and be done by March. I told him last night,
Ready for voting season.
Hon, you're going to be in a 75 hard in June. We're not going to have any fun this summer. So you're going to have to step up the pace or we'll just go with your edited version. That'll be fine. But you know what? At least you're doing what you're doing. Giving up sugar. And drinking the amount of
That's
water.
been huge for me. Sugar's been huge for me. It's so hard to just
Like addicted, like a crackhead.
I don't know how many times I tell her, I say, you know what? If you don't want me to eat this stuff, quit bringing it home from the grocery store.
But see,
but I thought you wanted it. And it's
but
like,
I can
don't
have
want
it in the house and just eat 2 Oreos, and maybe the cookies are still there a month from now. Or if I bring home a thing of Oreos, it says on the front, he thinks, eat all of them now within the hour. So there is a little bit of a difference there. But something we have kept up, and actually started before.
One sleeve.
That's not what it says. Is a lot of people call it dry January or whatever. So we like to, I would say socially, you know, cocktails with friends, or maybe there's been a really hard day and you have a glass of wine, or you got one year for Christmas, it was like a whiskey smoker, a beer, something that foams your, or does your, aerates your beer better. Oh yeah, I don't know. and he got all these things. He's like, is there like, do I really like to make drinks?
Kind of woke me up. I'm like thinking, what are people thinking of me? So
that's just because you like cigars or whiskeys. There's nothing wrong with that. But we decided that, especially since doing 75 Hard, we would do the dry January, but we still can't complete, again, it's our edited version, which this is so fun. No, but we're making drinks that look like cocktails.
Hey, that's okay.
So we actually pull out the cocktail, like martini or a whiskey glass or whatever it is, and we make these drinks, and we found this, it's called, you say...
Can you say it?
Aplos. I think that's how it is.
Yeah.
Aplos. When you listen to them, how you're supposed to say it. So there's one called Calm.
Gonna get any sponsorships if you can't say it right.
Exactly. Calm, and then Arise is the other bottle. It comes with this amazing recipe book that tells you how to make all of these different, what they call mocktails, and then of course, you know, showing them in, well, they've got lots of other pictures too. Let me find one in a glass here.
It is a great coffee table book, by the way.
Yeah, it looks great on our little our little magazine holder. So Depressed in the Bath is this one. So it's Aplos the Calm, lemon juice, honey syrup, what can be 2 parts honey, part water, orange bitters, and then egg white. And then you get a lowball glass, garnish it with cherry, and of course you use the shaker. And so they give you all these recipes, and we have had fun making the drinks. So the actual, I guess you can't call it spirits, it's not alcohol, but what it is it's the Calm and the Arise. They are, where'd the, oh gosh, shoot, where'd it go? It talks about, hang on, I got you. No. Just kidding. Here we go.
Tune in to our next show to find out.
So it's a blend of citrus, herbal botanicals, notes of yuzu, basil, shizo, I'm sure I'm butchering everything, and dandelion. I got that one right, I'm sure.
Listen to you pronounce these things.
The Calm is infused with a broad spectrum of hemp to create spirit that calms and relaxes without the negative effects of alcohol. So there's no hangover. And there's also, we've, you know, obviously tested these out every night. Got up the little lemons and the limes and all that. They're
really good.
You actually feel a little bit of a melancholy. It's not anything you couldn't drive, or it's not anything that makes you feel like alcohol if you drink. You know how that makes you feel.
You just feel relaxed.
Yeah, it's not, you know, it's just infused with hemp, which is health benefits for body aches and things like that. So it's really... and
when we say hemp, there's no THC or none of that stuff in it.
Nothing that you're buying in those... stores or dispensaries, that's or gummies, things like that. It's strictly infused. So kind of cool. So something fun we thought we would share in case you're looking for something fun, you know, to
something
do.
Different. Or if you're wanting to have a dry January, maybe a whole dry year. This would be a great alternative.
But it's a healthy way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, infused with all those healthy ingredients. So our question of the day then is, what healthy habit have you added to your daily routine? Did you want to, was there anything on there on your, I know you pulled up, there was a lot of people that answered on Facebook of the question that I asked your word for last year.
I like Dan Faust Jr.'s. Tested was last year, and ready.
Ready for this year.
Yeah.
And when you listen to a lot of
Challenging and
people,
hopeful.
yeah, when you listen to a lot of people, and I
lot
ask
of
this question
hopefuls.
every year. Yeah, I found that a lot of times there's always that word. Last year was rough in some way of their word, and this year is hopeful. So I think it goes to show that we all have hardships in our life, no matter how great we look on Facebook. You know, there's a lot of people go through difficult times, and you know, you feel alone, but you're not. We're all going through things that, no matter how great we look or outfit or what we're doing, there's tough times. So I'll just leave with our question of the day, so we can make sure that we ask our hot list guests about that. But again, what healthy habit have you placed in your daily routine? I know you're doing the edited version of 75 Hard, but what habit will you take into 2024 that you want to actually keep? Because obviously you're not going to do 75 Hard for the rest of the year, but what has it taught you, I guess, to want to keep?
Well, I think one is just sticking to a workout regimen, because so many times we get to start working out and then we'll get through it, and then we'll get it 3 months down the road, and then life kind of gets in the way and we quit doing it. But to stick to it. You know, any plan that we do, we want to stick with it. Just stick with it, and I feel so much
working
better.
out is your new
Another
habit?
thing is too, I don't have it around here. It's over there.
You mean that?
But I have a jug of water about this big. It's 128 ounces, and I will tell you
that you'll be leaving shortly to use the restroom.
Yes, but no, I will tell you that there's been a difference. My skin is not, you know, I'm old, so my skin gets dry, flaky, or not flaky, but dry and kind of like crepe papery kind of as you get older. And by drinking water, my skin's gotten a lot better, more elasticity in it.
Yeah.
And I feel better. My joints don't hurt as much by drinking all this water.
He makes fun of me all the time because I'm always going, did you drink water? Did you drink water? I got a headache. Did you have a glass of water? Water is everything. You walk around in a fog.
It truly is. My mind is much better.
Dehydration does not mean that you're being dehydrated does not mean that you're thirsty. You're dehydrated long before you get thirsty.
I do laugh, though, and I know a lot of men out there are going to laugh with me when they say, it seems like women and wives, our wives' answers to any ailment that we have is, have you been drinking enough water?
It's true. It's truly true.
It is truly true.
So my habit is cutting out gluten. And I know people get like, okay. But man, I'm telling you, not having all the gluten in my diet, like we ate pizza last night and my stomach just swelled up. The gluten just kills my stomach and it makes me feel terrible. It hurts my joints. It makes me foggy in my head. And so my habit is trying to cook more, bake more with healthy ingredients instead of using a lot of box stuff that's filled with so much. So I'm trying to, because even gluten-free, a lot of that stuff that says it doesn't mean it's truly healthy, but it's learning to bake and cook healthier things and then stay away from gluten-free. Right. I need a lot of habits, but that's one of them that I'm seeing is making a difference and feel better. So
I can tell it's making a difference with you.
All right. Well, I just want to say I'm still excited. Of course, you'll be hearing a lot, but Olive, I've had so many great media opportunities. I'm so thankful for all the people that have allowed me to be on their show and their radio station and their TV to talk about Olive, and I'm in a building process with it right now. And if you're interested in a really great children's book, OLiveTheBulldog.com. It's a wonderful read. It helps children to overcome fears, and so I hope that you might take a look at it if you haven't already. So. We're looking forward to having a segment on Fox 2.
Gonna bring this show to Fox 2 a little bit, just a little segment.
Of
hot list.
What's hot, what's hot in our cities. So we'll be bringing that, so that's fun. So we appreciate that they have reached out and want us to be a part of that. So are you ready to meet our hot list guests and find out what's going on in their cities?
Oh, I am. I know it's going to bring a brighter future, and you're going to be able to see better into the future.
A better future,
no,
brighter future.
You're going to be able to see better.
That was way too, that was a lot. That was really a little too
I'm trying really hard.
But just wait. Your life's going to be brighter now because of our hot list guest, so stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome to the In Your City show, And of course, we've got another hot list guest with us right now who is gracing the front cover of our St. Charles County City Lifestyle magazine for our January health and wellness issue. But actually, we have it as your mind, body, and spirit, because that is what it's all about. So Debbie Morris-Portella is with us right now, and she is the owner of Integrity Training Systems, which comes from the city of O'Fallon, correct?
Yes.
All right, so glad to have you.
Thanks for having me.
And
I'm
you
happy
are
to be
a
here.
fashion statement.
Oh, thank you.
Looks so cute. Gucci's wrapped all around her. I just
Got your attention,
Oh
didn't it?
my gosh! I'm like, she came through the door. I'm like, oh yeah, we're best friends. We're in a Gucci scarf. So you look lovely. What is your dog's name?
Amber.
Amber. Amber. It's like, oh my gosh, the dog's probably stealing the show.
That's my girl. Yes.
You can't. Oh, just one.
Oh, well, I have 3 other dogs, but she's just a sweetie. She follows me everywhere I go.
And she's only one?
Oh no, she's 14.
Oh, 14.
Yes.
But did you say you have another one?
I have 2 others.
Oh my goodness! But this is your.
She just goes everywhere.
I
with
have
me.
another dog too, and everybody's like says, "Well, what about Louie? Because Olive's everywhere." And then
Oh,
little
right,
Louie's just
right.
like
His little chocolate
Louie's
poodle.
back
Oh
there.
yes, yes.
But Louis
yes.
follows her everywhere. She's in the bathroom. Louis
That's
right
how
by the door.
He knows
Amber
where
too.
I'm at all
Amber
times.
too. And then
And
we have 2 other big dogs. I have another golden retriever that follows me everywhere too. So I have sort of an entourage, you know.
So I want to say, we'll have to mention about your Sophie's Bakery. Did I
Yes,
say?
yes.
I have the blueberry muffins that are. I have the recipes sitting on the counter,
Oh,
and I'm going to
good.
be making them on Saturday
Oh,
because
good.
my habit and my new thing for the year is to really cut out gluten and all the things that you talk about in your book that
Oh, great.
I've been reading, and I'm just really making some choices because reading your book, hearing about your ailments and everything you went through and didn't know what, I'm the sickest, healthiest person ever because nothing shows on the doctor screen anything's
Right,
wrong with me, but
right.
why do I feel so bad, Debbie?
Exactly. I just think that's the hard part is from a traditional medicine perspective, you can look great on paper, but you don't feel good.
No.
And so then you go home and you're just saying, well, what, is this just how I'm going to feel for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Is it normal to have allergies, normal to have stomach aches, normal to end up having to deal with migraines on a regular basis? And then when you kind of sit down and look at how the food you're eating on a regular basis is impacting your health and really sit with someone that understands that, everything can change. From a weight loss perspective, it even corresponds when you're really focusing on your health first. The weight loss actually becomes an easier, thing to accomplish because you're really starting to drop inflammation in the body. You're changing that histamine response that the body's having. And I think by removing the gluten and just testing some of those other
Right.
foods,
What's
you can
causing
really
me to
start
feel
to
bad?
see what's causing you to feel bad.
Is that what started your passion? Because you were from the corporate world, I think, right?
Yes,
And 100
yes.
hours a week and all that
Yes.
kind of stuff. Not that you don't work a lot when you're own business, but
Right.
And you were the healthiest sick person ever. And
Right.
like, what's going on?
I mean, 22 different doctors. I passed out on my driveway, took me to the hospital in an ambulance. I wasn't okay. And after 22 different doctors, we ended up finding out that my immune system was just attacking me, basically. And I was really sick, but they could not figure anything out on the
Yeah.
traditional scale. So I finally kind of went a functional medicine route, which is ultimately why I ended up getting into nutrition. And they put a strong emphasis on nutrition. And food was the first component to start changing things for me. That's how I started to feel better. Not medicine. There was
That's what
nothing.
they want to give you. Medicine. Take this, take this.
There was nothing medically in terms of medicine that had been given to me up to that point that helped me. Not to say that they're not useful in certain circumstances, but in my case, I couldn't get better with them. And so we changed my food, and within days, I started feeling better.
Yeah, I actually can feel a difference. And last night we had pizza. We were tired, and we have them in the freezer outside. So I grabbed a pizza and made a salad, and my stomach it was awful again. I felt
Right.
terrible. I woke up feeling. I told him, I feel like I had a hangover, like we drank or
Yes.
something, which we didn't. And
Yes.
and that's how I felt after having that food. And
Right.
It's hard to break those habits. You got to keep it out of the house.
Yeah.
And then when you go out to eat, you have to find new ways to eat when you're going out.
Yes.
So, and I don't want to get off on the subject of myself, but I'm recognizing how bad food is hurting me. And with Integrity Training System, you are not your typical gym or you're a health coach or your food. You're very unique, and that's what I want to we're new people. We want to know how to feel better. What is it, an experience with you?
Sure. Well, I mean, for me personally, I've been doing nutrition and personal training for over 20 years. And I work with people one-on-one. I work with large corporate groups. I work with families. I have entire families come in and work together. And we're really trying to teach you how to create a complete lifestyle change. So it's not just a quick fix. It's not a set of macros. It's not just a diet that you're going to follow for the first 3 months of the year. It's truly learning how to live differently and really finding a way to just get you to this optimal health, position in your life to where everything starts to change. Digestion starts to improve, mental clarity starts to improve, more energy becomes consistent for you. And all of that is done through food and exercise. But there's no two people that are exactly alike. So really identifying a plan that works for you, the way you digest food, what makes you feel, more energy and what gives you that more clarity. And what I do is sit down and really learn your body. And we meet on a regular basis, and I'm learning back and forth what I need to take out, what I need to bring in. And it's a very experimental process. It takes time. And you will have seasons through the process where your body will be peeling layers. You'll be going through a little bit of a removal of toxins, and you'll experience that with just taking the gluten out. Your body will get rid of that, and you'll notice once you bring it back in, inflammation comes right back, or that histamine response starts to come right back. Now, we not only do nutrition, but we also do personal training, and it's a private facility. So the only people in that facility are people that are personal training. Now, they do get to use the facility as their fitness center if they train regularly. So they even get their own private training facility. And we do also have a location in Clayton where we have a trainer as well. I personally do nutrition out of our O'Fallon location, and we've been open there for 10 years now.
Oh gosh. And it is. I love when you say lifestyle. It's not a diet, or it's not 75 hard tweak to your liking.
Yes.
It is changing lifestyle. And we're shopping different. This has only been a short time, but we're shopping different. Right now we've taken alcohol out of our diets. I've changed the kitchen around and got rid of stuff that's
good.
Not good for us, cooking with different type of flours, and just trying to cook more as well. Because trying to
can't control it when you go out.
And having fun with it, because sometimes cooking can be a job, or whereas when you really start changing things around and enjoying and liking your food and not feeling sick afterwards, it makes it fun to cook as well. So we're really in a learning phase at our age, later in life, so you can start anytime.
Absolutely.
At really changing things. And you can't just, like I said, there was a pizza, and we got a couple of pizzas in the freezer, and we used them, which I should just save them for when, kids come over or whatever. But you feel like, we'll eat that, and then we won't buy those anymore. But it's so silly.
But I think there's wisdom in that. You know what I mean? So if anything, you have the experience of knowing now truly what it feels like to have gluten in and what it feels like to have gluten out. So I don't ever see any of that as a waste. You gain knowledge from that, and learning your body even better.
I have a question. We're getting closer to the end of our segment. Do you have a retreat coming up? I was looking on your website. That sounds amazing.
Yes, we really like doing retreats. We love getting, corporate groups together, or just personal or church groups together, and then designing a formula where we can change someone's life in 4 days, 5 days. We like to bring functional medicine into the perspective, so we really kind of design that around what a person's needs are.
Where would this be?
Well, we like to do it in Rosemary Beach, but then we also
love Rosemary
Beach.
we
just our favorite place, but then we also, we go all over the place, and even just in St. Louis.
Do you do that once a year? Or?
Well, the Rosemary Beach one, yes.
Okay.
But as far as, just doing it individually, we do it all throughout the year.
Gosh, that's wonderful. Well, let me ask you, what is a habit yourself? Here's someone you're constantly leading a lifestyle that is wonderful. We can only hope to be there someday. Is there anything that you've added to your lifestyle for this new year?
Well, I definitely am always trying different treatments, or, maybe I'll do cryo, or I'll do a salt room, or things like that, just to try to improve my health. But really, honestly, since the first of the year, I've decided that before I do anything, I go into my bathroom, I start running my bath, I grab my devotional, and all of my dogs lay around me. I'm definitely a dog person. And we just have this moment in the morning where that is like my first thing. I just try to put God first. And I do lay in bed and pray and, and start my day with gratitude, but getting into the Word, it's really like a catalyst to just changing my mood and allowing me to get ready for that day and what God has ahead for me. So
just had a friend say that to me. It's actually on my text. If I had my phone, I'd probably go like that. Just sent that to me. Debbie, talking about, that actual thing in the morning to help you, because you get hit hard sometimes with some things in the morning.
Yes.
But throughout the day.
Right.
And you set your day off
Yes.
really poorly. And, and she just said that. And he always starts his day that way.
I just bought her a book that's called Seek Him First. Have you read that?
I haven't, no.
And it's about a woman who really wasn't strong in the faith and always wondered about Bible and getting closer to God. And she started reading her Bible every day, and she found out that she got to know God on a very intimate level. Now she's writing books like crazy. And
Good.
Welcome to Kelly and Gordon's Christian Show.
Right.
Here we go.
Which is great for me.
You're going to look something up right in the middle of the show?
Yeah, I want to give the
Tell us your integrity training system.
Yes.
If people want to get a hold of you and don't be intimidated. It's baby steps. Like you said, it takes time. We're not going to come in and you're just, boom, you got to start doing this. It's not a one size fits all.
Not at all.
It's come in and find out your needs. And they may be fine on foods that aren't fine with me.
Yes.
I've been reading about blood types as well.
Absolutely.
I
Definitely something
find
to
that
take into consideration,
fascinating.
especially with health circumstances.
Yeah.
If there's a
Gave up?
situation where someone's having, a specific health circumstance, we definitely want to try to take a look at the blood type. But yes, integritytrainingsystems.com. That's how to look us up, and you can certainly sign up for a free personal fitness assessment with any of our trainers, just to come in and learn what we do and how we do it. I personally have a 6-month nutrition program, so it's very thorough. It is a very non-intimidating environment. There are
We
people
don't have to have your guns to come in there.
Not at all, no. But we can help you achieve them.
If you want them, right?
Absolutely,
And
whatever it
Sophie's
is.
Bakery, where does Sophie come from?
Well, Sophie is my daughter, and
Okay.
she has to eat gluten-free, dairy-free, so we created a healthy bakery. Our gym is a pickup location, but we also deliver all over St. Louis.
That's
and
wonderful.
it's sophiesbakery.com.
And I loved your book. I read it. I started it the first day, came home with it, and reading. You gave 2. One's more about recipes and food,
Yes.
but the other one, just kind of your journey.
Yes.
Where I learned about, how you, I guess, or where you're at right now from where you were, talking about the doctors and that, and that's when I rearranged my kitchen again.
That's good.
And throughout things.
I'll come
And so
home
we
and
go.
be like, oh, here we go again. The
Right,
whole house
right.
has changed.
But
Freshen
now
it
I've
up.
got it. I've got it now. It's ready to go to be
That's
to be a
good.
healthy lifestyle. Did you look what you wanted to say?
What?
Bring it back to Kelly and Gordon's Christian Show. Did
No,
you
it
just
was
look it up?
Jennifer Hayes Yates was the author of Seek Him
okay.
First. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
that's what you were looking
Yes.
for.
But,
All right.
but yeah, it's all about choices. And it's that way with anything in life. It's about choices, but making choices and sticking to, making healthy choices. So.
Well, I signed up for your newsletter.
Oh, good.
So if anybody wants to sign up for your newsletter, find out more.
Yes, just on
please.
the Integrity website. Yeah,
Okay.
integritytrainingsystems.com. Absolutely.
look it up and find out more about
or
your
take
book.
a look at us on Instagram or Facebook. I mean, we put so much out there, and even my personal page, Debbie Morris Portell. Great information out there. Lots of cooking videos and just a lot of encouraging videos and just good faith building as well.
Well, since you've been on the magazine, and if I drop it off somewhere, I walked in. Jennifer Williams owns a St. Louis closet company.
Oh, yes.
And so I was handing her extra magazine. She goes, "Oh my gosh!" She goes, "I love her. I follow her on Instagram."
Oh, that's so
I go, "Well,
great.
send her a message and tell her you
I was at the Red Beauty Salon there, which is a new client of ours.
Okay.
And I was out there, and a woman came in to get her hair done. And she saw me with the magazine. She goes, I just called her. I saw her on the magazine. And she goes, I just called her about
That's so
coming in. And I was
good.
like, in fact, she
Good.
was coming to see you that day later after she got her hair.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I always look
You
forward
didn't
to the
tell me.
opportunity.
Yeah,
You know, so.
but it's so cool though. So you're very
We
you're
thank you so
followed and
much.
loved out there.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
thank you so much for
Yes.
spending some time with
My
us,
pleasure to be here.
Debbie Morris Portell.
Yes.
And that is Integrity Training Systems here today with us, helping us to change our lifestyle. And I'm sure that she can help to change your lifestyle as well. And that's just it. It's not diets. It's not intense working out. It's just changing your lifestyle that meets your needs.
Yeah, good, healthy balance. Just to
Yeah.
feel great every day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with another Hot List guest. Welcome back to In Your City Show, brought to you by St. Charles County, Chesterfield, and Clayton City Lifestyle magazines. And our hot list guest that's with us right now, I didn't catch during the open that Gordon was trying to be really, really like...
I was segueing.
He was segueing into a brighter future. I'm like, that was
Kelly
weird
didn't
and
catch
deep.
it.
I didn't catch it. But you will catch it when you meet our hot list guest, Dr. Trista pabiszod. She is from the Midwest Eye Associates, and she is here with us today to talk eyes, which is a great subject. I've got a right eye that has no contact in it because it's killing me because I think I scratched it because I went and got nails for the holiday, decided to keep them, and I no longer can function. When you're someone that has natural nails all the time, they're in the way of everything. And so then I scratched my eye, taking my contact out, but it was kind of throbbing a little bit, so I wore it too long.
Yeah.
So all kinds of things are going on, and we could just talk to me about what I need to do. That would be fine.
Yeah, no,
Can we make it all about me right
It's all
now?
about our needs.
No, it's a good point. It happens to a lot of people, actually. It's like we go about our day, we might wear contacts, might wear glasses, might just rub our eye, or if you have little ones, my little ones, fingers are always by my face, and we might just feel like we have scratched eye or something. But the biggest thing is if you have any like eye redness, blurred vision, or any pain.
Well, I do now from rubbing my eyes so much.
We definitely would want to see you.
So I only have one contact
In
in.
a perfect world, I would say, hey, call your eye doctor, just let them know, see if they can squeeze you in, or maybe I can take a look at it before I go today.
Just lay down the desk out there and shine your light in my eye.
It's amazing what we can do outside the office.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
Yeah, if you're having any pain or, like I said, redness, light sensitivity, those are just indicators we want to make sure that we get you either on the right eye drop to help that heal or make sure there's nothing more serious.
They're so fragile, and I'm telling them all the time too. Give your eyes a break. You got to take those contacts
Yeah,
out
I'm
once. I
horrible.
can't wear them 3
I'm
months
the
in a
leave
row.
Your contacts in
We
way
have
too
a
long.
friend,
Oh, no.
Brian, who no longer can wear contacts, glasses only, because he destroyed his eyes from never taking his contacts out.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be, they're so wonderful, but you have to be careful too.
It does help to have better contact lens hygiene or habits. It's a lot of people don't realize they're medical devices, and the reason we want to see you once a year to renew your prescription is to make sure the front health of your eye is good. There are a lot of blood vessels that can grow if there's not enough oxygen. That would lead to someone not being in contact lenses. Ulcers can happen, so bad bacterial infections if you sleep in your contact lenses.
And wear makeup.
Yeah, wear makeup.
That's me.
Exactly. So
But
Not the makeup, though, sleeping in my
Yeah, no, I do too, because I want to see when I get up. Because I noticed, I don't know if I quit wearing contacts, would I eventually get better eyesight back? Because I feel like after wearing contacts, when you take them out, I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't see, because I guess they've become used to wearing them, right?
yeah, so essentially when you have your contact lenses in, you're used to having your perfect vision. So anytime we have a drastic shift from good vision to, oh, this is blurry, your brain and your body just don't like it. So we almost feel like we might be more dependent on our eyewear. I see that a lot with people who just have reading glasses. Like they'll come in and say, I started wearing reading glasses, I only needed them a little bit. Now I feel like I'm more dependent on them. And that's really
Going
because,
up in
we're going up in numbers and strength,
size.
stuff like that. And it's because the eyes like to be relaxed.
So you mentioned once a year, coming to see you once a year. So let's talk about eye exams.
Yes.
How important is it for us to get these eye exams, and how often should we get them?
And the
That's-
glaucoma test, that's like extra
glaucoma
too.
testing, yeah, it's a great question. So I work in a primary care setting. I have a specialty in pediatrics as well. So if you come see me or if you talk to me, I'm always going to say, I want to see you at 6 months and I want to see you every year from that, essentially. So if you have any children, we say 6 months for your first eye exam. There's something called an infancy program through the American Optometric Association. There are a lot of providers in the area for that. You can just go online and Google a provider. If you have a child 6 to 12 months, it's a free eye exam. So it's a little bit more in depth than a pediatrician or like a preschool screening or a school screening. We do everything we would normally do, not just, hey, can you see, read these letters. Anybody who's school age and up, so kindergarten up, we want to see you once a year. And especially for adults, I always say once a year. And the reason being is regardless if somebody needs glasses, there's a health aspect to your eyes. So there's so many eye diseases or things that could lead to vision loss that are painless.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know about it unless you've already lost vision completely or there's other symptoms going on, that would make you come see somebody like your optometrist. So
Well, I can agree with you with making sure if you have children to do that early,
Yes.
because I'll never forget taking Carly. You know, they do that. They used to. I don't know if they still do. They have those exams in school that they make you do.
Yes.
But she was going, I think, in 6th or 7th grade, and I took her. She got her eye, and she got her glasses or contact. I don't know what she had on when we were driving home, and she's looking out the window, and she's just doing this. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Oh my gosh." My poor child never saw things,
Such a good
the
mom.
trees and that. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember why we ended up taking her when we did, but maybe she had said something or whatever that made me alarmed that maybe she didn't see very well. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And my poor child had like how many ever years 10 years without really seeing things correctly, unless it just changed automatically quickly.
And sometimes it can. And a lot of times kids don't know that things are blurry because they've seen like that for a long time and they think this is normal. And then when they have an eye exam or they get their glasses or their contacts, they're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you see the smile on their face. And I think that's one of my favorite parts of my day is I see a lot of like 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 16-year-olds who can see for the first time. And it's just kind of either the big smile right away as I'm doing the exam, or it's that smile when they pick up. And also when you see like your 3-year-old just stop and like look at you for the first time, you can tell that
Mommy's
they're
not
really
blurry.
seeing you. It just brings tears to your eyes
Yeah.
as a parent and as their doctor. And it's one of my favorite parts.
So I want to make sure we talk about an important subject here. Like, of course, it goes by so quickly, but you had talked about and mentioned to us glasses that now help people with migraines and headaches. And if I said that correctly,
Yeah.
can you tell us about that? And I'm sorry, I want to give you the.
Oh, absolutely. I
important.
think it's really important with eye health as well. A lot of us are on screens. I mean, we have our cell phones, we have our iPads, we have 1 to 3 monitors.
Yes.
COVID, virtual school, work from home has probably put us on more screens faster. I think as a population, we would have gotten there, but it's really kind of amped up. So we're having a lot more people come in talking about, I have these new headaches I haven't had. I can't go grocery shopping anymore. Like the lights just hurt my eyes. My neck hurts. My shoulder hurts. Patients are telling me they're getting kind of like motion sickness a little bit more too, or something that's interesting that can be tied in with vision is more like ADD, HDA, attention symptoms may be popping up, or anxiety symptoms.
He has to raise his hand a lot.
So, and
Bad
some of
student.
it can be tied to just vision, specifically binocular vision. So we have 2 eyes, we have eye muscles that move them. How the eyes move in a direction tells the brain where our body is in space. And if there's some disconnect there, there's a lot of stressors from our head, neck, and down to our whole body.
Wow, I
So,
didn't know
yeah, it's a great specialty. What I love is there's something called NeuroLens out now. So it's a lot of us optometrists and eye care providers to help patients even if they don't specialize in pediatrics or binocular vision. So it's amazing that everyone can have access to the technology if their providers have it. So there is something called contoured prism that helps our eye muscles align our eyes in a position where they're comfortable to help reduce the headaches, neck, shoulder pain, eye strain. So even if you've had your traditional eye exam with your normal routine optometrist or eye care provider, I do get referrals from these doctors that say, hey, their eyes are great.
Yeah.
Vision is good. They can see clear, but I'm concerned about their headaches. Can you do a binocular vision exam? I think they might need these prism glasses. And I'm always happy to help. All of us have our interest, and that's part of what I want to do is help
Setting
people.
our appointment.
Yeah, please do.
So how many locations do you have before we our segment is
Yeah,
finished here?
so
how many
with Midwest Eye,
Associates?
there's 4 of us,
4, okay.
locations. So we're a private practice. We're 4 locations: Creve Coeur, St. Peter, St. Charles, and Wentzville.
So all kinds of cities.
Yeah, all kinds of cities. We like to be available to the St. Louis area. And then there are 6 doctors. So it's nice that we're able to help even more patients as we're adding on amazing associate doctors to
That's
our
great.
practice.
One last question before we go. We're asking the question of the day, and that is, what is a habit that you have began that you're going to carry on for the new year to really add it to your life for healthy benefits?
Oh, that's a great question. And it's probably one that I started last year, got off the track with the holidays, and into this year, I need to kind of get back on the water. And
See?
yeah, water. I saw
word.
this so quick. It needs to be mine too. In fact,
Yeah.
I got another 40-ounce cup. So
Good.
that's the goal. Get 2 or 3 of those in
128
there.
ouncer over
That's
there.
how you have me
Carrying around
beat.
a small baby all day long, but
See, the 40
Actually
ounces
do
a
curls
challenge.
with it while you're drinking too.
It's funny, my little girl actually, to see a 1.5-year-old with my 40-ounce little tumbler,
Yeah,
I'm
same
like,
size.
saying, hey, she's right there with me. So we're a team on that.
There you go. Thank you so much, Dr.
thank you.
Dr. Trista pabiszod, here with us today from Midwest Eye Associates. We appreciate so much spending some time and filling us with some knowledge and education about our eyes. And we definitely we're at that. We're ready for our
my
yearly
gosh,
checkup as well.
Yeah.
So we'll be checking out Midwest Eye Associates for sure.
Please do. You can schedule via phone or online.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
All right,
you.
we'll be back with our next Hot List guest. Welcome back to the In Your City show, and right now we've got a special treat for you, and it is Black Magic, the Santana experience. We've got a part of the band here, not everyone, Brian Smith, Matt Henry, and Aaron Burlbaugh. Did I say that correctly?
You did,
Aaron.
yeah.
And of course, I just got to say it out loud. Aaron's
That's
here.
right. Aaron in the house.
I love that. It'd be hilarious if you were blocking. And all the names. What's the other guy? I can't think. But anyways, thank you for being
Thanks for
here.
having me.
Hey.
And Gordon was just starting to sing Black Magic. So
Black Magic Woman.
yeah. So obviously you guys are band guys. You've got acoustic element and
Gypsy Social.
Gypsy Social. You have other bands that you're in. Aaron, are you a guitar player?
Yeah,
Do you
obviously.
sing as well?
I just do backups.
You're-
Yeah, but guitar.
Guitars,
Yeah,
you're-
I play the part of Santana.
Okay. And Matthew, what is your position in the band?
Percussion. So in
Percussion?
the Black Magic, I play congas. Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
And I'm a bass player.
And you're the bass player. All right. So we're missing the singer then.
Missing singer, keyboard player,
Do you want to
a
mention them since they're
drummer.
not here?
How
Who
many
are they?
piece? Let's just make it
It's-
easy. How many piece band
It's
is
an
this?
8-piece group, sometimes
Wow.
a 10-piece if we add the horns.
Sure,
Perfect.
Santana, that's a
Yeah,
big band.
yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
Horns
and the
are awesome.
horns, yeah. So it kind of depends on where you're at and what you're doing then on how many are going to be
Exactly.
playing with you.
Exactly.
Obviously, Black Magic must be the favorite because that's what you've come with the name there, hence your tribute band, right?
Yeah, and that one was the name that was open as well.
Okay.
So,
That was the name
So
that was open.
how many songs are in a show? How many songs do you play during the show?
I don't know. It's usually about 2 1-hour sets.
Wow. Okay.
is
So
how
you
it
guys
goes.
got a good song selection of
Oh,
the
yeah.
history of the Santana and
Yeah.
what they've done. Yeah.
We try to touch base from the whole career. He has a 55-year span.
Yeah.
So he started in 68, 69, somewhere in that area, and he's still going today. So we try to touch base on the whole range.
Did you find that there was a need? I mean, people are missing that, music, not getting to hear it. That's what's so cool about a tribute band is either the band's no longer around, and there's no one here,
Right.
or it's very difficult to get to see that band. Maybe they're not touring anymore, things like that. And were you getting people out there saying, we miss this music, bring it back?
In the group acoustic element, we were performing a lot of Santana tunes, and it always was a fan favorite when we would do it. So.
Yeah.
We had the idea of doing tribute bands because tribute bands they're very popular in St. Louis, at least. They're kind of popular all over the country, but especially in St. Louis. But we never had the time to put together a tribute band.
Yeah.
They're very time consuming to do it right.
Yeah.
Then COVID happened, and we went from doing 300 shows a year to 0.
Plenty of time to practice.
So we had 14 months, and it actually kind of saved us a little bit too because we going from playing so many shows each every week to having nothing, then you have nothing to work for. But then once we developed this project, we said let's go ahead and let's do this, and we all like dumped ourselves into it, and so it kind of saved us through COVID, I would say, and it saved me at least.
And I know you have a show tonight, but you have a big one coming up in February. Where will that be? And
Well, tonight's
what's that-
Gypsy Social.
Okay, all right.
So that's a private event at the Sheldon.
Oh, okay,
February
cool.
is actually both groups.
Yes.
Kirkwood Performing Arts Center.
And Gypsy Social, what kind of music is that?
So that's Gypsy Kings
Yeah.
and Buena Vista Social Club.
That's Brad Schneider's favorite group that he made us listen to on the boat.
We've
the
got to
Gypsy
make sure
Kings,
then
yeah.
that.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
tonight though.
That's tonight.
Short
And
notice.
February 3rd as well. Because so
Okay.
what we're doing is us three are in both tribute bands, the Gypsy Social and the Black Magic. And so what we've decided was we're going to come out, and they're both kind of in that Latin realm. So we're going to do a night where Gypsy Social is going to come out and open the show at the Kirkwood Performing Arts Center, and then the Santana tribute is going to close the night. So it'll be a whole night of us playing with other musicians as well.
You know what scares me as a person who loves music and bands? Where are the bands going to be when your age demographic? Do you think that? Do you see the young kids coming up and wanting to play classics and the music that? I mean, that's what filled the stages, rock and roll. It's just a whole different type of music now. It's all sound fed and machines and things like that. Do you think we're going to lose people like you, the bands?
No, I think there's still musicians out there. There's still there's some young bass players that are incredible. Young guitar players coming out. I think music will survive the computer in the box.
Yeah, because I love when a movie comes out and they're playing all the songs from
They
our
always play
day.
the
They're
old classics, yeah.
and that gives
Even
kids,
commercials.
an opportunity to learn that music. They didn't realize they're falling in love with that song from a commercial or a movie that was, that was what we went to see, live performance on stage. A lot of those band members are getting up there in their 70s out there performing.
My son's 30, and he sent me a message the other day. He goes, Dad, can you do me a favor? Make me a playlist of a bunch of songs of guys that got high vocal ranges and stuff. So I started, because he grew up with me, right? So
Yeah.
he wanted this list, but he wanted all the old classic stuff, and he didn't want stuff that everybody hears, like Journey, all that same stuff. He wanted
Some deep cuts.
different stuff, yeah. And it was like, so I set him up. I made a little YouTube music where we could share a playlist together.
Oh, that's good.
And then it's just Dad and Blake's playlist, and I just set him
That's
stuff.
Balake, though, right?
That's blocking. His friend we call
Mine's
blocking.
Balake, too.
Yeah.
But kids do. I think they love the older stuff. There's so much
Definitely.
inspiration to be taken from it.
Well, a lot of these younger bands are actually covering some of these older bands too. So sometimes you'll see a movie and they'll be like, Nothing But Thieves did I Need a Hero by Irene Cara. Is that who did that?
I'm
or
not
who
sure.
sang that song?
Yeah, you're right.
But Nothing But Thieves did it, and it was a cool, dark, like haunting version of it. It was
Really?
so amazing that I was
I
like,
was looking up
download.
songs for him. It was Hot Child in the City. I was like, I'm gonna look up Hot Child. I haven't heard that song in a while. And there was a new version of it. I think a girl was singing it, and her version was actually better than Nick Gilder's. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
I actually like her version.
Right.
It was more cutting,
That's
so.
true. It might change it up a little bit. So, Aaron, what inspired you to get into music? What was your favorite, genre or band or something that made you go,
Well, I mean,
I gotta do
honestly,
this?
it goes back in my family a lot. So I would say that would be my inspiration. Was my mom played, and she
wow.
probably put a guitar in my hand at 10-ish. But then her parents played, and then I actually have my great grandfather, who I never met, unfortunately, but I have his old 1952 Martin guitar. So he played. So it just kind of goes back in the
Music's in
family.
your family,
Yeah. So I'd say
yeah.
that'd be my inspiration.
I want to see that in a minute. So, Matthew, what inspired you? What's your music favorite?
Mine wasn't a household inspiration. It was, music is sort of in the ancestral DNA, so to speak. But I started playing drums in high school. It was drums and soccer. And then soccer was like, drums
I
took
think I like
over,
drums.
and I've been doing it ever since.
Got a grandson a set of drums for Christmas. I'm sure that my daughter isn't as happy about the drums, but he loves them. Yeah, they're so little too. They're so cute.
That's
but
great.
music's so important, and they got
Absolutely.
guitars actually for Christmas too. So
Nice.
some lessons. They went to their first lesson and they loved it. So
Yeah.
I think music's everything. And Brian, how about you?
My mom was a singer, but my sister got me into rock and roll. One of my favorite bands is Def Leppard, and it was one of her favorite bands.
He was in a
and-
Def Leppard tribute. He had a blonde wig on.
So I got into rock and roll as a kid, like super young, like 5 and 6. And my sister used to rock out to them, and she liked Kiss. And so it was just different because like my mom and dad were Motown. And my sister got into the rock and roll, and I was like, hey, what's this?
love
And she
Motown.
let me sit in her room, and we listened to Michael Jackson stuff too, but the rock stuff was something that hit me.
Yeah, that's super cool. So tell us about this guitar, Aaron. It's super cool. Like, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Neither of it. He's been in music, and he had
I've
never
never seen it.
Really
I mean,
tuned,
it's 6 strings, which if you can get a close up, it's just 3
Yeah, it's like 2 unison strings, and this is like an octave string here.
Yeah.
It's called a tres cabano, meaning like uno, dos, tres, like in Spanish. So it's a Cuban guitar.
Oh, okay.
So it's used primarily, I use it for when we do the Gypsy social group. We cover Buena Vista Social Club music. So there's a tres cabano in there. So I don't even play guitar in the Buena Vista side of the Gypsy social. I play this instrument. So it's called the tres cabano. It's kind of Cuban, but like it's not in tune, sorry.
I feel like I'm sitting out in the streets at one of those little cafes or something.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's really.
Yeah. So then we got the Matt on conga, Pookie on bass, and then but we have Dawn Weber on trumpet with that group. She's a very popular trumpetist around, and then we have Emerson Magana. He's a native from Mexico, and he's over here now. And so he was a professional musician in Mexico, and he's in the States now. So we snagged him up. He's very, very talented. And then we also have Brian May on the drums.
Gosh,
for that
that's
group
great.
as well. So-
Brian May play guitar.
not that Brian May. Not that Brian May.
So you will be in February. Tell us again where you're going to be playing. You have both bands, the Black Magic, the Santana Experience,
Yes.
and then the Gypsy Social.
Yes.
Those are when?
February 3rd.
February 3rd. That's a Saturday.
Kirkwood
That's
is
coming
coming
up.
Saturday,
Yeah.
February 3rd.
Doesn't that sound crazy? February.
I know,
It
just
feels
like
like
that.
it's months away, and it is
2024,
just a couple
right.
weeks. It's coming
Time's flying.
up on us. Gosh. So that'll be there. And where do you get tickets? Where do you?
They're at Metrotix.
Metrotix makes it simple for everybody to be able to
Or
do
you
that.
Black Magic SE.com is our website. You can get them off there, but it'll take you through Metrotix.
So you guys are music guys.
Yeah.
We thought we'd do a little music trivia game show here right now, and just kind of test.
Have some fun with it.
Musicians aren't known for their intelligence,
Is
just
it-
so you know.
That is,
Speak for
that's
yourself,
not true
sir.
because isn't it? I always thought, or I've learned, or been taught that it's hugely successful in children to have a music background. When it comes to mathematics and science, it's actually supposed to really help your learning process,
It
right?
does.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to, it does.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I just think music is so important, and schools that think about getting rid of their music and art programs to save money is just, to me, ludicrous because
Yeah.
it's so important. It's everything.
Oh,
and
100%.
even with your memory, think of movies that you remember just because the songs that played in it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You could even do a motion picture without music. It would be so boring.
boring,
Music,
yeah.
you can literally change a scene by putting scary music or
Right.
soft music and know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't do a movie without it.
No.
Yeah.
I always
I'm done with my soapbox.
thought we should have our own music tracks that go along with this. So like when we're
Yeah,
in-
like
soundtrack.
we can just go.
In your city theme song.
Have your own
I
sound.
want a fan, so my hair blows.
Have your
out.
own soundtrack, right? Yeah, your own
Too
soundtrack.
much, Wen,
Just a
just a
little bit.
little bit.
Soundtracks of our lives. Yeah.
Yeah, just have our own theme song.
There you go.
We got your theme song coming in. So, all right, are we ready?
Yes, and I didn't even know
Do
about
we need
this.
a drum roll? Too bad you don't have your congas, right?
There you go. All right, question, which I didn't know about this society, but what rock icon was the founder of the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Long-Haired Men?
What?
Who picked these questions?
It's a
You
very
did.
famous rocker.
Like what era rocker? Old rocker?
Oh, we can go 70s, 80s, or
Yeah.
70s, 80s. Yeah, 70s,
What about
80s.
Gene Simmons?
And what's the question again?
Steven
'Cause
Tyler.
You got me
What
when you
rock
ended it.
icon was the founder of Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Long-Haired Men?
Okay, so it's definitely someone that has long hair.
I'm going to say not necessarily.
Oh, okay, so he doesn't have long hair now, we know.
Sammy Hagar. He did
Really?
some wild stuff.
I still think it's Steven Tyler.
Okay, so we have a Sammy Hagar, a Steven Tyler. Anna, what's your guess?
Oh, so we each get one.
You should have multiple choice.
Yeah, multiple. D, all the
Much
above.
better with We're much better with that.
Steven Tyler, sure.
Okay.
I have no
I'll
clue.
give you a hint. His name was Ziggy at one time.
Oh, well, not Ziggy Marley, no. that'd be
Ziggy
too young.
Stardust, David Bowie.
Oh,
David, but really?
David
Because he
Bowie.
doesn't have long hair.
yeah.
All right,
He had
here we
long
go.
wigs, I
Question.
guess.
Keith Moon and John Entwistle of The Who are said to have inspired the name of which other classic rock band? Think of the time period. Keith Moon and John
Yeah,
Entwistle. And they inspired the names, so you got to remember, if Keith Moon and John Entwistle is inspiring the name, they have to be back in that time period.
Yeah.
Now, did you know these answers when you looked the question, or did you learn the
couple
answer?
of them, but
you
not
knew.
all.
Okay. Just want to know if you're throwing things at us that
I have no idea.
is impossible.
I didn't know this one.
Oh,
Man.
I don't even have a gut. I mean,
Can you?
Just come up with something. Think think
want A, B, or
70s.
C
Think
next time.
70s.
yeah.
70s post The Who.
Post the Who.
It was super popular in the 70s.
Led Zeppelin.
Yes.
There
Wow,
you go.
good guess.
Yeah.
Point.
All right, here we go. This is kind of a movie music question. In The Big Lebowski, the dude can't stand which band?
Was it the Beach Boys?
I don't know, but the Gypsy Kings are in that group, or they're in that movie. Not that he doesn't like them, but they got that track
I feel like
Hotel
I should
California
know
in it.
I don't know. I'd say the Beach Boys, but I don't know if that's.
What'd you just say?
Oh, the Eagles.
Eagles.
I hate the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Got another point.
Yeah, all right.
All
We'll
right, here
take
we go.
that one.
Paul McCartney credits which artist with teaching him everything he knows?
Oh, I think we just watched
Was
that
it-
because we just watched that
Paul
biography.
McCartney
Paul McCartney.
credits which artist with teaching him everything he knows. So it's got to be somebody pre-Paul McCartney.
Chuck Berry.
On the right track.
Oh, I was gonna say like Ravi Shankar, but
Jamie Lee
when
Lewis.
He,
What did you
I don't know, Jamie.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I was going to say.
yeah.
What
I would
was
say
that?
Muddy Waters, but that's more Stones. It's got to be a blues person or something. right? It can't be-
Definitely got to be
The
blues.
biography is really good to watch.
Little Richard.
All right.
All right, a couple more and we're done.
You guys are off the hook
Art
then.
Garfunkel initially declined to sing one of the Simon and Garfunkel's biggest hits solo. Which song is it?
Say it again. What'd you say?
Art Garfunkel initially declined to sing one of Simon and Garfunkel's biggest
Gotcha.
hits solo.
Sound of Silence.
Okay, the boxer.
Oh,
I have no clue.
Who was that?
could be Bridge Over
Being
Troubled
that,
Water.
being that he
Maybe
didn't
it's,
go.
maybe it's Bridge Over Troubled Water.
It is
'cause that
Bridge
was
Over
big.
Troubled
Okay.
Water. You're correct.
I think they had a little contention.
Yeah, you've got two there, buddy. Good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah,
And
It's a
this one's
team
just a
effort.
fun one. I knew this one. Who was Jimi Hendrix's roommate at one time? The very famous.
like Jimi Hendrix wasn't.
He was a musician, television star. I'll give you that.
Musician.
And where were they
television star.
roommates at? They just had an apartment together.
Yeah, they had an apartment together.
In California, or in England? You know where
I
it
think
was?
it's California. It
California.
had to be California.
Musician TV show host.
Back in the 60s,
Is he?
No, think 70s.
70s.
Well, he was in the 60s, but the show was on the 70s.
Dick Clark? He roommate with?
Dick Clark wasn't a musician.
Oh, I think you said music show.
But what's that? Donnie. What's his name? Was it Donnie? Not Wahlberg.
You going to say Osmond?
Donnie Wahlberg wasn't
Donnie
born
Osmond.
yet.
No, Donnie Osmond. Yeah. Donnie Osmond had a show.
No idea he was going to do
Who else had a
underwear commercials.
show? Who was a musician that had a show in the film?
I
wasn't
know.
alive.
Yeah.
Here we come.
The Monkeys.
Peter Tork.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Shared an
Okay.
apartment together.
Okay.
All right, those are good questions.
There you go.
I
We're
knew
done.
nothing.
You win.
Yeah. He's
You
a
went-
college
here you
teacher,
go,
though,
you
by the
get a
way. He
magazine
teaches.
for your-
All
You're
right.
big. Oh, well, thanks for having some fun with us. We
Oh, yeah,
appreciate
thank
it. And thanks for bringing the Santana experience
Yeah.
to St. Louis, which
Yeah.
is super cool. And we look forward to, hopefully, I'm trying to think what's going on February 3rd, but that would be a fun evening to
Yeah.
experience.
It's almost sold out right now. So
Wow,
yeah, there's
that's
about
fantastic.
60 tickets left out of 550, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
That shows you're on the right track, that people want. They want to
good
get the
music.
Santana
Yeah.
Good
experience.
energy.
Yeah, we've
So
worked hard at it.
They want to find out a little bit more about Black Magic and where you're going to be and Santana experience. Where do they go for that?
The website would probably be the best, blackmagicsc.com, and we do
Okay.
all the social media, the
Facebook,
Facebooks,
Instagram, all
stuff,
those kind
yeah.
of things like that. And
That's all out there,
Take
yeah.
a peek at. Do you guys have any new habits for the new year that's bringing some healthy lifestyle changes? That's our question of the day.
Cut
Anything?
down on them Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, no more great Pop-Tarts for this guy.
That's not going to happen.
Okay. Yeah.
Those things are magical.
I'd say something exciting for the new year that I think is big for us musically. We just moved the groups into a warehouse, and so the goal of 2024 is to really be hitting practicing building projects with these 3 groups. So I think that's going to be
great habit.
at least mine. It's healthy mentally.
Yeah,
I'd say.
absolutely.
No, that's
So-
fantastic.
I'd say I'll drink less bourbon, but I probably won't.
I'll hold you to that where you don't drink less.
There's 3 bottles at practice set on the bar.
It's gonna go down to 1. And you're not giving up Pop-Tarts.
I'm not giving up Pop-Tarts, but I will definitely stop eating as much junk food as I should say fast food as I was eating.
Yeah, no kidding, especially after,
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. So we've got Brian Smith, Matt Henry, Matthew Henry, Matt Henry, which one? Either one is good. Or Aaron Burlball with us today from Aaron from Black Magic, the Santana Experience. So hope you'll get out there and see him, check out their schedule, and be able to check out the band if it's not February, but your next show, whatever works out for you. So it's great. Thanks for playing along with us.
Thanks for having us.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
All right, we had some great hot list guests today. It's been a lot of fun, and we appreciate having a little music. We love that always. So cheers to you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, In Your City show was a fun show. Made me think about all the healthy choices that I have made are good choices, and now I just got to keep developing that for us. And you cough attack, you have put water into your life, which you just took a drink of, and now it's choking you. But I think when you do something and you see the changes, it does make it easier to want to continue.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm ready to get my eyes checked now. So I'm going to be making this appointment and get that done.
So making us an appointment?
Yeah, everything I do is in 2. So if I do it, he has to do it. And, though I've told him for years to drink more water, and that just finally had to do that himself when he tweaked his own plan there.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been a great show, a lot of great guests, and always love finding out all of the awesome hot things that are in our city. So just perfect.
Yes.
All right. Well, we want to say to you that this year, let's make choices that cultivate a downright fabulous life. And that's truly what happens when you make changes like that. It's not about it's not about fleeting resolutions, but rather the pursuit of enduring transformation. So here's to you, the architects of your destiny. We're not just wishing you success. We're wholeheartedly rooting for you, and may this year be a masterpiece of joy, my favorite word, growth,
one of mine,
and achievement. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, just get out there and make small choices that'll make a difference in your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
We want to thank you for joining us today and our City Lifestyle Mind, Body, and Spirit show. If you don't have a copy of our latest issues, we want you to go to citylifestyle.com and click your favorite city to subscribe or reach out to us for more information at inyourcityshow.com. Do you want to be in our next issue of St. Charles County, Chesterfield, Clayton City Lifestyle Magazine, or be our next hot list guest to be seen in your city? Well, contact us at inyourcityshow.com. We hope you have a happy new year, and cheers to you.
Yeah, cheers.